You are listening to America's Best Shops podcast, a show created to inspire shop owners to achieve optimal success in their business. I'm your host, Brad Kilgore, best-selling author of the book Double Your Custom Shops Customers. I'm also the founder of Custom Shops Marketing, a leading digital marketing agency that works specifically with automotive, RV, and motorcycle shops. On each episode, I sit down with industry leaders to talk about their processes, lessons they've learned, and how to find success in the industry. All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's Brad Kilgore here with Custom Shops Marketing with the next episode of America's Best Shops. I'm here with my friend James West from Ace of Spades Custom RV out of Las Vegas. How you doing today, James?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. Looking forward to talking for a little bit. So typically when we get started, we just like to have you tell us a little bit about your business, where you got started, how long you've been doing it, what size is your company, and just tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Sounds good. My name is James West, as he said, and it's Ace of Spades Custom RV and Repair. So I have been a master certified tech in the RV industry for 24 years. I have a deep background of doing design and fabrication. I've always specialized in the custom side of the RV industry. And we are unicorns, as I always tell everyone, because there are very few shops that actually specialize in doing custom work. There's a lot of dealerships, from coast to coast. They basically handle the sales, the service, and the warranty, and that's pretty much all they stick to. So our main customer base would be the baby boomers, the 40 and up crowd. They see the value in investing into an older coach and bringing it up to date and improving it for their needs. Some people have very specific needs, whether it's extra storage or they've got handicap, disabilities. They want a little more technology. They want to freshen up the interior, and that we specialize in all of that. So it's a one-stop shop here in our shop. We have a 4,000 square foot new building. It's with 2 bays, and we're happy. We can take the biggest, longest RVs and everything in between. And we really love taking care of our customers. We do a very hands-on approach to our service, and we include the customers as well in the work. We treat it as this. Our customers, it's their coach, and they deserve and should know what's going into their coach and how their coach is made and how to improve it. And that's something that the dealerships lack. There's always this brick wall. I've worked for the dealerships. There's this brick wall that the customer is not allowed to go in the back. They're not allowed to be a part of the process. You just drop off your unit, and here's your bill. And even if you want an explanation of what was done to your coach, to equate that bill that you get, nope, it's close the door. So we invite the customers in. It's a very specialized service that we provide.
That's fantastic. Now, I remember recently I was checking out one of your recent jobs that you did, or customs that you did. And that one, tell me about it again. I saw it on Instagram and I thought it was really cool. You want to fill me in on that one again?
Sure. So we nicknamed that one the Beast. It looks like a beast. It looks like an armored car on the outside. So that was an extensive project. We did it over a 3-year period. The customer, kind of ran out of money partway through, which is okay. That's life. And it sat idle for a year. In total, we spent an actual year and a half, and you got on doing the full build, and that was. We reframed the outside, we cut off the back, we added two lineal feet to the coach, we put a roof deck. It never had any slide outs. We put a slide out in from scratch. There's very, very few shops that would take on something like that. It's a modern interior. I did 100% of all design all the 100% of the fabrication. It's a very, it looks like $1 million bus on the inside, which is really cool because the outside looks so tough and rugged, like it can, go through a zombie apocalypse, and then the inside is just got such a sparkle to it, and modern and crisp and clean lines with a lot of cool features. Yeah, I really. There is a good video. It's about 27 minutes on YouTube about it, and it's really cool to see. It turned out it was a fantastic build. My customers were just over the moon happy with it.
That sounds great. Yeah, that's quite a skill set. Like I say, so many shops out there are not in this space at all. They're in the door, out the door. They don't want you in the back, any of that kind of stuff. So I commend you
Exactly.
for having that type of a business model.
Thank you.
So, if we were to delve into marketing a little bit, we'll touch a little bit about more in person and traditional local marketing, and then maybe we'll touch on the online stuff. But in the past, you've been around for a lot of years, you said.
Yes.
What have you done? Have you done any sort of chamber of commerce or local meetups or any leads groups or anything like that?
So I have tried that a little bit. I didn't find it very successful. Um, Believe it or not, a lot of our customers are word of mouth. And our customers, we do the work for them, and then they go out into the real, the real world, and they belong to organizations and campgrounds. And when we do unique projects that we have done, and it kind of sells itself. So people, see these coaches or that we've renovated, and they're curious about it. And our customers are just over the moon happy with our service and our workmanship, that they end up being our salespeople. And that's pretty cool. We get a good return on that. As far as marketing, that's been extremely challenging, especially of the last 2 3 years. We've noticed, YouTube algorithms changing, and Google's changing their ads and so forth. We have done the Google pay-per-click ads, and that's basically mostly on Facebook. So our customers are the 40 and up crowd, and they are still on Facebook, even though Facebook is kind of antiquated now. But then, that's where our customer base hangs out. So that's worked pretty good, but there's always room for improvement, and that's where we like to reach out to people like you, Brad, that offer services too. And you got to be open to new things, and technology's changing, times are changing, so you just want to stay on top, and invest in something that's going to work for your business ultimately.
That's the thing, it's amazing how quick it all changes, with Google and with social media in general. I mean, what might have worked last week doesn't necessarily work next week. And
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
ever changing, and it's for people, I work with so many businesses that are super good at what they do, such as yourself. But when it comes to the technology, it's like it's hard to keep up with it all.
Right.
Um, it's a full-time job for me, and I certainly can't keep up with all of it, but there's a lot of stuff. And if you're busy doing your job of what you're good at, it's hard to keep up with all the other stuff and really know what's working.
And that's it. That's it. Yeah. My wife, actually, I'm technologically horrible. I'm just not there. But I can build you a hell of a coach.
That's
So
right.
my wife does most of the in charge of she builds our website. She's good at that, and she maintains the website and changes it up and so forth. But again, yeah, it's tough to figure it all out.
Oh yeah, I had a good phrase for an old buddy of mine. He had a multi-million-dollar company and really good at what he did. He was in the collision space for vehicles, and he'd be the first to tell you he was not good with any sort of technology. So I called him the 1G man in the 5G world.
Right, exactly. Great
And
analogy.
yeah, and he said, "Yep, that's me to a T."
That's right. Yeah.
So James, if you obviously you have a specialized niche and what have you, but I'm sure that there's other younger folks out there that have an interest in getting into the space that you're into. And
Yeah.
if you had to do it all over again, or if you were talking to somebody just starting out, What kind of advice would you give them, starting up their own custom repair and customization on RV business?
So 24 years ago, when I started, I became an apprentice. My apprenticeship was back in Canada. It was a 4 year long apprenticeship. And so it's very comparable with what's offered in the United States. There's only a few trade schools, one in Texas, one in Florida, and I think one in Indiana. And that's pretty much it. So our trade is a very specialized trade in the RV industry. And then, we take it further and we do the custom work. It's been a very rewarding career. It's taking care of me, taking care of my customers, is taking care of myself. Um, and then two, for younger people, I really, really recommend that you look at the trades, and whether you're a welder or plumber, electrician, and you get into a trade. There's so much emphasis on doing technology and computers. And yeah, if you're interested in that, by all means follow it. However, there's been a gap in society, where trades, you're just, kind of like dirty old or dirty people that, do dirty work. And there is that aspect to it, but it's a very rewarding career. You don't need to do a whole lot of trade school to just get into the trade, learn on the job. You can get a job fairly easy because RV technicians are in high demand pretty much across the board from coast to coast. And there's a lack, or there's a need for RV technicians because there's a lack of them out there. And if I can find a really good skilled RV technician that wants to more specialize in doing the custom work, I'm always open to it. I'm a unicorn in the industry. It's hard to find those unicorn people. I have to have a very specialized person that's well-rounded. When you work for a dealership, most technicians kind of specialize in 4 or 5 things really good. There's 18 trades within my trade. I mean, that in itself is, pretty outstanding. Auto mechanics are auto mechanics, but, we're doing 18 different trades. And to be, really good at all 18 trades. I don't farm work out. Everything's done in-house. It's just, because I don't like giving a customer's coach to someone else outside of my shop walls where I don't have any control over it. So, that's forced me to be good at what I do. And then, I have a very, very high standard to all my work. So, keeping it in-house, I have full control over that. And that's what makes me shine, compared to most other shops out there. But I highly recommend that the young people do get into trades. And this is, like I said, it's been a rewarding career. It'll take care of you. And if you do it right, you can make some money. And if you want to start your own shop, I highly recommend it. It has a lot of, I mean, when you own your own shop, it's not a 9 to 5. You can throw that out the window. I mean, the hours I put in, but it's worth it. I'm self-employed. I call the shots. I love being my own, my own boss, and what's really cool is I see the customers' reactions to my workmanship, and I get that gratification instantly. And it's nice that I'm making a difference in people's lives, by changing their coach out and updating it and making it fresh and giving them what they, solving their problems and giving them what they need. And I mean, it's so rewarding, but, to work at a dealership, you do the work, you punch in, you do the work, you punch out, and you don't see that. You don't get that feedback from customers. And that's sad. That I wish, I worked at.
Somehow you muted yourself, James. There you go.
Yeah, I wish that technicians would get that feedback from customers, when they're happy, and even when the customer isn't happy, because you learn from that as well. So I mean, that's the industry. And anyway, but here at our shop, the customer is number one. That's what puts food on the table. That's what puts, the lights on in the shop and keeps the doors open. And that's, you got to take care of your people.
Absolutely. Well, I know you've worked hard for all that you've done, and like you say, it's that satisfaction of providing a good service, taking care of your customers, and what have you. So I think that's great advice to anybody starting out. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So if somebody did want to find out about getting a hold of you and what have you, as we've mentioned, you're in the Las Vegas area. And so if you want to just give us a shout out for your website, phone number, that kind of stuff, that way somebody wants to get a hold of you, they can.
Yes. So again, our company is Ace of Spades Custom RV and Repair, and our phone number is 702-743-0347. Our website is Ace of Spades Customs RV. You can just Google that and find us. And our email is aceofspadesrv@gmail.com. And
Perfect.
we love talking. We love talking more than texting. So I always prefer a phone call. That's the best way. And it's old fashioned service. It's truly, we haven't lost the touch of actual true service out there.
That's great. Awesome. Well, James, I appreciate your time today, and we'll definitely stay in touch. And thanks for being on America's Best Shops today, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Perfect. Thank you for inviting us. It was a blast. I appreciate your time and effort and energy into this. And thanks again. I really appreciate that.